Good evening, everybody.
Hello, good evening.
And thank you for joining us. It's been unusually warm today, I have to say. I've been walking around
Yes,
in just a cardigan.
Stuart
We've
said that.
been,
He says it's warm out.
yeah, it's lovely. It's been an absolutely lovely day. We went up to see Michael's mum,
Oh,
and
lovely.
they've got beautiful St. Bernard dog and a little Australian Kelpie. So I was walking around their 5 acre garden. It's not 5 acres, but it's huge
It's a
with
big
this
garden.
St. Bernard, getting lots of cuddles and kisses because she's just like in your face. She's beautiful. She's only 18 months old. When they take that long to mature, she's still like a baby puppy.
She's
And
still
she's
a
like,
puppy,
kitty,
isn't she?
but her paws are like this.
Oh, bless.
And
They're
you,
lovely though, aren't they?
they are, but you get this big tongue up your face, like,
Yeah.
All this
And
slather.
yeah.
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 That I want to say, I love her to bits, and I love the Kelpie to bits. Ava and Aspen, they're called, but it's the drool.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoelaces, isn't it?
My jeans are in the washer, my t-shirt's in the washer because she's just slobbering all
Tony,
over you.
are you in your bedroom, darling?
Shh, it's not my bedroom.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I thought
It is, yeah.
that's definitely not your kitchen and it's not your
No,
caravan.
it's not.
No.
No, it
It's
is.
not
I'm
your
in the
house.
bedroom. I'm in the
Well,
bedroom.
I like your cover.
Yeah, I do as
It's
well.
nice, isn't it? Aztec.
It is.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I think that one came from, if I'm not mistaken, IKEA.
I like that.
IKEA, I think. Anyway, enough about my decor. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, like I said, on this unseasonably warm morning on Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
It's Remembrance Day. 104 years since the original Armistice Day.
It is.
Can you believe it? I know.
We did us 2 minutes silence at 11 o'clock, me and Stuart.
I did. Michael
Yeah.
did. Even the dog settled down for a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. It's funny you've said that because both of mine did. Normally mine would carry off and they didn't. I think they knew
That's
better.
fine. We haven't got started yet, darling. We've been rattling. Don't worry. Karen Margaret Kelly says, sorry, I've only just come on. It's fine. We're not even with it yet anyway.
We're not even there yet.
we ain't started, and we haven't had Michael saying get on with it, so we're all right for a few minutes yet. So anyway, usual format tonight. Well, no, it's not actually. Slightly different format tonight because we'll be doing the opening prayer and the Lord's Prayer, poetry corner down here. Then we'll see where Spirit wants us to go, and then at the end, before we do the closing prayer, Irene's got another poem for us. With it being Armistice Day, we've got 2. So there we are. Yeah, it'll be nice. So could we blend our energies together, please, friends, as we open this service in prayer? Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we would like to thank you for this opportunity of being among friends over the internet tonight. We ask that our guides step forward to support and inspire us through this short service, and the loved ones of those present come forward to bring messages and proof that life goes on beyond this physical world. As always, we promise that everything we do will be done with love, with truth and honesty in our hearts. And at the end of this evening, we will hand back to you all which is rightfully yours, all the love, all the honour, with the glory. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
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 Thank you, everybody.
The first one tonight, I wrote them both on the same day in 2020. The first one that I'm doing is for the military. The other one that I'm going to do at the end is for the animals of the military, specifically the dogs. So I thought I'd get them both in, with it being Armistice Day and Remembrance Day and all that, you know. But I've just called this one Remembrance Day. Our boys and girls are fighting the wars. Sometimes they don't understand what for. It could be religion or greed or land. It's a shame our military have to give a hand. The wars, oh dearie me, sorry. They keep the wars to keep us free, but so much horror and pain they see. They're ordered to go and help where they can, whether it be in the air, on sea or on land. There are emotions for civilians who have died, but they do their jobs and wear their uniforms with pride. They think of their own families back at home. It doesn't make them feel so lost and alone. And it doesn't stop when they return home. From young to old, they have suddenly grown. The things they have seen, they cannot unsee. It all plays out in their memories. They come home having seen horrors untold, glad to be returning to the family fold. Some are maimed, destroyed with fractured minds. When will it stop? Where do we draw the line? They come home and try to block it out. Sometimes it's scary when they hear loud bangs or shouts. They remember comrades, friends they have lost. Is a human life really worth the final cost? They come from military places all around the world, proud of their uniforms, medals and flags unfurled. They remember the fallen who have been left behind. All are remembered on this day and in their minds. World War I and II, Afghanistan, the Falklands too. Thousands of lives lost. How many came home? Only a few. So God bless and respect for those who have served, sailors, pilots, army and reserves. Some will always rest in seas and on foreign lands, but forgotten they will never be. As they wear the black armbands, we thank them each and every one unreservedly. As comrades and friends and families gather and their respects are made, we remember them all with love and pride on this November 11th, our Remembrance Day.
Oh,
Oh, lovely.
very nice.
Thank
Irene.
you.
Yes. Yes. It's a very moving day. It's something
It
I've
is.
done from being little. We've gone up to the cenotaph and on Armistice Sunday. And when I was with the Scouts, of course, we did parade. So we would march
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And I used to feel it because we had long sleeve shirts as leaders, and the Cubs and Scouts, they would walk up in just their shirt sleeves as well. I mean, we're grown ups, we could take it, but they'd be freezing poor little sausages, and they would do it. They would do it. You know, none of them complained. They would do it. They loved it, just to show their respect.
It's beautiful
think-
when people get that.
I think it's all sort of relates, doesn't it? I mean, every family in this country has lost a loved one to a war of some sorts. There's very, very few families that haven't.
Yeah.
And thank you for all your kind words. I have been watching them go up. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Can I
you
just
know,
say,
Deborah.
so sorry for my throat and everything, but I know grandkids are supposed to share, but they don't have to pass on your bugs.
Kiddies
Just tell you that.
do.
I know they
do.
like to share, but they don't have to share the poorly bits to you.
Yeah.
And this is what my grandsons give me.
No, they do. They do. They always say as soon as kids get to school, the parents just fall over because they bring everything home with them.
Well, he has Auntie Tony. You know him. He's fetched
Little-
everything.
Little germ magnets they are when they get to school, bless them.
oh,
yeah,
yes.
we could keep his germs.
I
Yeah.
love kids, but I couldn't eat a
Not,
full one.
not pass them on to Nanny.
I like that one.
Yeah, mine's 26, and now they don't get any better. Don't get any better.
You know what I'm like now, but
So,
our Cohen is always that's
Yeah.
all he's wanted me, and yeah, no one who's wanted me. Look,
Yeah.
just listen to me.
Evelyn agrees with me. Look, Evelyn agrees
Yeah.
with me. Germ magnets.
Yeah.
They are.
I think we've all had them. I mean, I
Yeah.
Sharing
had
is
them when my,
caring. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
well, it is in one way, but there's
Hi,
certain things you don't
Lynn.
want to share.
And there's
hi,
our
Julie.
Julie.
Yeah, hi,
There's our
Julie. Nice to
Julie.
see you on here. And Cheryl, everybody. It's lovely to see you all.
Well, I will be honest, I've got absolutely nothing from the world of spirit. I can feel a few energies around me, but as for a link, I haven't got one yet, and I'm not going to pretend I have
Keep
because
freezing.
that's not right.
And
No, can I just say, you keep freezing. We all
I'm
keep
not
freezing on mine.
I'm not freezing. I'm quite warm.
No, you know what she means. And I'm getting the same. I see you two freezing, so I don't know if I am.
Yeah, you are.
So,
You are
Oh, well,
freezing.
you're not for me, Irene, but Jean is.
okay.
So there
All
we
right.
are. It's all very odd. It's all very odd and very random. I think Spirit are playing silly Wotsits with us.
Well, if we have a night tonight like Jean and I have had last night and the night before.
Oh, it's been ridiculous, honest.
Oh, honestly. There was a young lad at Bowl Street, Tony, and he was he wasn't young, but he was a younger man. And she said to him, "I can see you when you was younger."
I said, your granddad's telling me all about you being young. I says, and he's going in when you were in short pants. So I says, you can tell how long you were going back. I says, when you couldn't be bothered to go to the toilet, but you'd go outside and pee in the corner.
Bowl Street.
Yeah.
Street. Honestly, Rachel was in hysterics.
It
Oh dear.
lifted it all up, it did.
It would. Well, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry at the moment. I haven't got a link, so I do apologise.
I haven't.
Just because I'm not well, but
well,
I will.
I don't know.
Perhaps we're supposed to be doing a Q&A tonight then. Perhaps that's
Perhaps
what
we
Spirit
are.
wants us to do. So,
Until links start coming through, if anybody has a question or comment, please drop it in the box and we will pick up and have a Q&A if you want. But I have to say,
is there any fledglings? Sorry, Tony, is there any fledglings out there that'd like to join us as a bit of experience?
well, I saw Nicola go up, but I don't know if she'll want Nicola's on. So
I know Leslie will be out, I think.
Yeah.
Leslie will be out tonight, so hey, I'm out tomorrow. I'm going to Rotherham Civic to see Kinky Boots.
Ooh!
Yeah, we're going out for a meal and then we're going up to see Kinky Boots.
Oh, that I saw that. Is that with James?
Yeah.
Yeah, with group.
Oh,
I saw that advertised. It sounds really good.
Right, Jane Goldthorpe's got a question.
How will I know my loved ones are looking over me at this hard time? Because it's a hard time in your life. That's how you'll know. Because they'll be there.
They'll give you some indication by either a smell or a tune on telly, or you'll feel them come close to you, probably hold your hand, give you a little kiss on cheek. They will make sure that you get the note that they are there. So they will be around you.
They will.
They always come round you when it's hard times, Jane. When you need them, they will be there for you.
Yeah,
they're not with you all the time, but when you're in dire straits or you need them, just ask them to come. They'll be there anyway to give you their love and support.
Absolutely.
Sharon's asking, where is it on, Tony?
It's on a Rotherham Civic Theatre. Rotherham Civic
I thought it was Sheffield.
No, Rotherham Civic Theatre.
Oh my goodness, Helen.
How
old was you all when you first knew you had a gift? Well, I'll start with this one. I was 5 because my grandmother started teaching me when I was 5 years old, sweetheart. So I was brought up with her style of mediumship, which was old school. She started off by teaching me the tea leaves, and then as I got older, she got more and more into it. And when I was about 8 or 9, she let me sit on the seances
Mm.
in the house. So that's me.
You've asked
Well,
for them to come,
mine
but you're not
went.
feeling it. Oh, bless
You will do, darling. They will give
You
you
will.
some proof that they are with you. Just bide your time with them. You might be thinking a bit toward, but honest, they will let you know that they are there. And the other one
Mhm.
about, I just noticed that somebody said the kiddie talk to spirit. Kiddies are
Yeah,
very
that's
open
Helen
and
Robinson.
very receptible
Yeah.
to spirit. So
Yeah,
if
they
your
are.
kid is talking to spirit, darling, 9 times out of 10, yes, they are talking to spirit. Nothing to be frightened on, because it'll be your
No.
family or it'll be friends what's just come in and looking over her. So there's no need to worry at all. They won't come and harm her.
No. Go on, Jean. You were saying how old you were.
Yeah, my mum passed when I was 12, and first thing we did was, obviously, everybody knows I'm fetched up Catholic, and we went into a spiritualist church. So I've actually started, I'd say, when I was 12, when I first gave my first message off in a spiritualist church, and
Mm.
progressed and developed from there, and still learning. And I'm 60 bleep and still learning,
Mhm.
because you never ever, we're on here now, but each time we get up, work with spirit, we're learning all the time. We can't say
Absolutely.
we don't need to learn, because there's always something more to learn.
Oh, definitely.
We have to evolve with spirit, don't we? The way that they evolve, we have to evolve as well. And they'll just sometimes put something random in for us to do, you know, and
I like that one.
it's good.
Fancy your mum banging pots and pans there. Couldn't you come a bit quieter?
Yeah.
Well, it sounded that all nice with bobber boots on.
Yes. I like that. Oh, Jane, I'm so sorry we put you in our healing book.
Oh, Jane, your daughter will come, sweetheart.
She will.
She will come, but she'll come when she feels it's right for you. So I
Jane,
mean,
Tony knows I was diagnosed just over 2 years ago, and my family never left me. They was there all the time, and they'll be with you going through your treatment, sweetheart.
yeah.
If it
they
does
will.
need treatment,
They
they will with you through it
Mhm.
all.
Absolutely, no
So
doubt.
don't think you'll be
They
on
will
your
show
own.
you. They'll show you one way or another that they are
Yeah.
there, sweetheart, either by moving stuff or just gently touching you. You think it might be a fly or a spider, but it's not. It's just your people gently touching you, just letting you know that they're there.
Kids are wonderful. They're so open.
Yeah.
That they are so open.
Tony never said how old he was, neither. He's keeping his age
No,
secret
come on,
here.
Tony.
I'm not keeping my age secret. I was only little. We were in Germany. I've told this story before, and we were going to take my mum's great aunt out for a picnic, and it was to Bergen-Belsen, the concentration camp. Well, they didn't tell me what it was, but apparently I jumped up in the car, put my hands over my ears, and said, "Everybody's crying, Mummy. I don't want to go there. Everybody's crying." So yeah, and I've been aware of spirit on and off since then. But it was 10 years ago. I went into a spiritualist church and was accosted by some lunatic woman
Named Jean Pearson.
named Jean Pearson.
Yeah,
Did you accost him, Jean?
And she's never let me out of her sight since.
him.
Stalked me.
It's my adopted brother. I'll have you know, him and Michael. I know he'd got the ability. Let's put it that way. I knew he'd got the ability when he walked into that church, and I didn't fetch his nan, because that's the wrong word. Nan came to me to pass a message on, because she'd been trying to get in touch with him and he wasn't taking any notice. So it was just a coincidence that night I was there at the church. Tony came along, and we got together and been friends ever since.
We have.
And this is where he is today, with a little push from his nan and a little push from me.
A little push from me, nan? It was like a big size 19 boot up the whatever.
Jacksie.
Yeah.
So that's where he is.
But I mean, I will say, I just said to Spirit, fine, go on then. Let's do it. Where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? And I threw myself at it. And I think if you do that and you just say, I'm giving myself over to Spirit, they will take you where they want you to go. And oh, you're having chemo, Jay. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Okay. Well, like
Well,
I
I've
said,
put you in my healing book, darling. I know
I've
that
got
Jean
you
and
as
Tony
well.
as well. So
Yeah. And if ever you need anything, if you're feeling low and you just want to talk, contact us.
That's
yeah,
what
Any of
we're
us.
all,
I've just
we're
put.
always
I've
here.
been there. If she wants to talk, then
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
can.
well, you know better
She
than
can
anybody,
talk.
Jean, don't you?
I've been there twice, and I'm still here
Yeah, you are, and we're
because
grateful
nobody
that you
wants
are,
me.
and we're thankful that you are.
Oh yes, definitely.
I was. I know I'd got my own family to talk to, but Tony was with me, and it was good. My other friend and Tony's mum helped a lot because she had
Yeah.
not long since gone through the same.
3 years
So
before you.
yeah, so I used to say, "Can I talk to Tony's mum?"
Yeah.
And I call her mum now, and she
Yeah.
helped me because she weren't part of the family.
Yeah.
I would get a message. I need to talk to your mum. All right.
But because she weren't part of the family, and she'd been there. I know
Yeah,
I'd been
and
there when
that's
I was
the
a lot younger,
difference.
17, 18
Yeah.
years ago. I got it cancer again, and then it came back, like I said, 3 years.
Yeah.
But Tony's mum, I've got to say this time, because she wasn't my family, she was brilliant to talk to because it
Yeah.
was somebody else who had gone
Yeah.
through, and she'd gone on the drug what I'm on now. So she
Yeah.
knew the side effects about that drug. And it is nice to talk to somebody away from your family
Yeah.
sometimes.
Of course it
Yeah,
is. Sometimes
it
you
is.
can talk better to somebody that's been through it, but that you don't know. It's easier for you to talk to them sometimes, I find.
It is. It is.
It worked with me because Stuart lost his sister. And that was first time I got cancer. We got it within about a year apart. And his sister passed with it. So I didn't want to burden Stuart. So
Oh,
with this
Marion's
time,
sending
I'd
you
had
some
lovely
healing,
friends.
darling.
Yeah.
But anyway, can I just give this chap off before he gets on my
Yeah.
nerves?
Yeah, of course you
Of course you
can.
can.
Bless
Yeah.
him. That doesn't sound right, gets on my nerves, but he's here, and I know he is. He's got to be a good 6 foot, this chap. Very broad, and he's very, really big built, as I'm seeing him. I know he would have worked either in the steel works or done something mechanical, because I'm smelling that oil, that grease and everything. He was a very outgoing chap. He liked talking to people and meeting people. He's telling me he used to go for a pint on a Sunday like all men did them years ago. I know he didn't go into a right old age as I'm seeing him. Very short hair on the top, if any, or he would have had it shaven as I'm seeing him. Got a lovely round face. And all right. Oh, and he's just puffing on a cig. So I do know this chap would have been a smoker, or somebody would have been a smoker. Can anybody understand a chap, please? Very much like what I've just described. But I do know he would have had that type of job because I'm seeing his boots as well, with the steel toe cap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he's telling me the boots with the steel toe caps. I do know he was very much. That's all right. I do know he's very much a family man. He's making reference to that. And he's talking about 5. So I don't know if there was 5 children or if there was 5 that's with the family parents.
Tina Grace
and
says she can
3
take
kids.
him.
But I know he's talking. Sorry?
Tina Grace says that she can
you could take him, Donna.
And Deborah says it sounds like her husband had his hair shaved and smoked.
I know he can smoke. He was very much a family man. And I know he really did love his family. He's got a lovely smile, I've got to say, because he's so cheeky with it. You look at his smile and he's so cheeky, and and I know Christmas is coming up, sweetheart, and he's just sending all the love for Christmas. So he's sending that love down here at the moment with Christmas coming. I know he didn't go to an old age, bless him, because I'm not seeing him old at all. It is bad, sweetheart. It's my chest and everything. It's my grandson passing it on. But go on. All right, sweetheart. I know he's telling me that he didn't have, bless him, he's on about cars, but he said he always had an old car. I'm not saying an old classic like what my hubby's got, but he never had a brand new car. He said he always got the cheaper cars. And he's making reference to that. He says, because so long as it got him from A to B and got everybody around, that's all he needed. He says, because my family needed more. All right. He's showing me a van. So I do know he would have liked to have mucked about with cars if he wasn't a mechanic. He did like to muck about with them because he's showing me a van and he's saying it needed some welding or something done to this van. He's making reference to that. So can anybody still understand the rest of the message?
Deborah.
And
Deborah's,
Tina.
You still can understand both.
Tina's not made any further comments, but Deborah's said
Deborah has, yeah.
Because I know he said he never spent the money on a brand new car.
No, he
It
never
was
bought
always the
new
cheaper
cars,
ones,
Deborah
but
says.
it was always a good car, but not. And Tina, yes,
And
it was
you've
always
also
a good car, but
Karen
sorry?
as well now. You've also got
Karen
Karen
Kelly.
as well.
Right.
You've got
But
three.
like I say, it's coming in to send that support over the Christmas month, sweetheart. And I know Christmas would be, it was a welder. And I could see him doing something. And I know this time of year, and I know I'm not saying he's been gone years and years and years into spirit, but he has been in spirit for a while. That's all I can say. I don't know how long, but I know it's more than 3 years because they're normally giving me a 3-year gap and he isn't. So I do know that, bless him. And he's saying Christmas has always been the odd time for him. All right. He's saying he used to do things with the kiddies. So at Christmas, that's when he had his time off, he'd make sure they had the holiday, whether it'd only be in a caravan at coast, but he always made sure that he got them away or did something with them. He's talking about a farm or one of these patting farms or something where he would have gone with the kids when they were a bit younger or the grandkids or something, because he's taking me to a patting farm or a farm as such.
Yeah.
So I know
Deborah
there's
can
that
get
involved there as well. Thank you. I know there's that involved as well. He's giving me a really big, and I mean a big bunch of flowers.
It's not
Thank
Tina
you,
because
Tina,
her
sweetheart.
jet only passed this year.
No, I know it's been gone more than a year. Thank you so much, though, Tina, sweetheart. Take what you can of that message, because something may be for you. All right, darling. He would have done things with the kids, like when they were on holiday and things like that. It would have been a joke, I've got to say, as well. He got a really good sense of humour. And he's saying at the moment somebody could do with a bit of that sense of humour to lift them back up, because they're getting themselves... Can I just say, it's this time of year when they can get themselves a bit down. You know, the dark nights, the dark, cold nights. It's where there's that name for it when it comes to winter and everybody gets a bit low.
Yeah.
Seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah, it's something to do with that, he's telling me. So he wants to send some laughter and some upliftment there because of these next few months with it being dark and winter. Thank you, Deborah. Well, can I just say, love, and he's coming with this massive bouquet of flowers. And he says, I wasn't a flower person, but every so often it didn't to treat someone. But he's just laughing because he says it's one of them. If I get flowers, well, what you done? Is one of them type, you know. So he says sometimes you weren't right to do that, but he says he did love them and he's shown the way he knew how. Okay. All right, sweetheart. I know I'm getting headaches at the moment, so I don't know if it's something to do with this chap in spirit world or if it's to do with someone on the earth plane, but I'm getting headaches. And I know the headaches are making my eyes blurry. I'm not saying they need glasses or anything, but it's the headaches. Every so often, that's fine, sweetheart. But you must be able to understand the headaches either with this chap, darling, or yourself. And it's making my eyes a bit blurry, but I know it's not an eye test I need. It is the headaches. Okay, I just want to take you to the month of May, sweetheart, is giving me. And I also want to give you the month of January as well, is just said. Okay. And I'll just finish off because I'll let somebody else go on. Okay, darling. Just tell me your last thing. And it's talking about a watch, but it wouldn't be a leather strap one. It'd be one of those men ones with little. Oh, they're not the metalled one. You know the metal ones what men have. One of them,
Metal
a leather
strap?
strapped one. It's not a leather strapped. It's a metalled one. Or
All
silver.
right.
like a bracelet type thing. Like
Yeah,
that.
that's it, Irene. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. It's showing me a watch like that, so I do know that means something. I'm going to leave this chat with you. If it's for you, Deborah, thank you so much for accepting this gentleman because he is so lovely and he is around, darling, and he is helping with everything. Okay, sweetheart. And I'll say a night and God bless with his love.
Yeah, bracelet watch, Suzanne. That's
Yeah,
the
I
one.
don't know what it was. I just could see it.
Mm.
You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you, Doe.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Right. I've still not got anything. Nobody wants to talk to me tonight.
I've got somebody coming forward. I've got a lady coming forward. No, Lisa, the cocktail watches were the very fine, thin ones because I've got the one that Mum bought me, and they're like a bracelet, but they're very fine, and they were ladies' ones, and they had a tiny dial on, from 1940s, 1950s. I've got my mum's and I've got mine, so I know the ones you mean, darling. That's they did have the metal straps or the gold straps, but they were very thin. Right, okay, now then, let me see. I've got a lady coming forward. Come on then, sweetheart. Right. she stood there she stood in front of me with her hat on, and it's one of those little round pillbox type hats. So I know we're going back to the 30s, 40s with this, because it was that era, wasn't it, when they had the hats? Because a lady never went, she's telling me a lady never went out without her hat on. And if she did, she was shooed in the street. It was that era. But she's a lovely lady, and she's saying that she's a great, I'm going back 2 generations, so she's a great grandma now, but she doesn't, but she's seen the children grow up. And this lady passed when she was in her 80s, she's telling me. And it was just old age, a bit like our Queen. It was just old age. She didn't have anything wrong with her as such. She just one day went to sleep and never woke up. She's giving me the name of Vera, but she's not telling me that if it's her name or if it's somebody else's name. And she's saying that she had, how many, sweetheart? She had 4 children in total, but one went to the spirit world as a baby, and one of them died young. So that left her with 2, because in those days they didn't have the medical things that they have now. She's not very big. I would say she's about 5'4", 5'5", so she was quite petite, and she was quite slim as well. And she's, come on, darling. She's talking about Bert. Now that could be Albert or Herbert, but she's just saying Bert or Bertie. And she's bringing in a black and white collie dog. Okay. She liked to go to church. She had a deep faith, and she didn't have much, but what she did have was hers. And she didn't owe anybody any money. And she used to carry one of those little handbags that ladies had on the wrists in those days. And she was always dressed smartly. She never went out scruffy. And she was a good cook as well. Can anybody take this lady, please? Claire Louise. Albert was granddad and sounds like Nan. Okay, Claire Louise. Thank you, sweetheart. Let's see what else we get with her then. So you would understand. I know that Jean's mentioned headaches, sweetheart, but you would understand if it's not you, somebody around you that started having headaches recently, because she's put this one right on me and it's right across my eyes and the top of my head. And I feel as though it's pressing down on my head. And it started out with headaches, but you've been getting them. Okay, sweetheart, thank you. Listen up, Caroline and Karen, and we'll see where this goes. But these headaches are getting worse, and they're going right across. They started with just little ones, but they just seem to be pressing on the top of your head now, sweetheart. And I'm feeling as though it's something to do with my eyes. Okay, because I feel as though when my head starts, my eyes want to close, and my eyes get very sore because they're making my eyes go dry, sweetheart. So I'm almost sure this is so. I don't know if you need glasses, or if you wear them, they need changing, or it could be something else that's wrong. But what she's saying is, would you go and have an eye test? Okay, if you haven't already had one. She's also talking about somebody down here who's having trouble with a little one at the moment, as not as in being, oh, you've got some new ones, right? And Claire, you've changed your glasses as well. Okay, thank you. Right. She's also talking about a younger person down here that's being a little bit naughty at the moment, but this is due, I don't know if they're hyperactive or if they but every time you want them to do something, it's no. Right, okay, Caroline, and your daughter. Right, okay, my love, thank you. Well, what she's smiling when she says it, but what she says is discipline. But I mean, everybody has their own way with their own children, so I can't really say that to you. Excuse me. You would understand somebody around you as well who's got a problem with the throat. I know that Jean's got a problem with hers at the moment, but putting something similar on me, whereas I'm not swallowing properly and I seem to want to clear my throat all the time. It's like I've got something stuck here and I'm very dry. So, oh, you and Claire are sisters. Oh, right. Okay.
We are, yes.
I didn't know that. Where have I been?
Say it every time. We do say it every time, and yet they are.
Yeah. Okay. Right, your ex-husband. Right. Okay, my darling. Right. And you'd also, I've got this lady's talking about somebody who had a stroke type condition, because I feel as though one of my arms isn't working properly. Either that, or there's a problem with the arm and the shoulder because they're making me rub it and it can't be used properly. So there's something wrong there, sweetheart. And you'd also understand the lady who has the bad legs, because they're making my feet swell, sweetheart. And I don't know if that's to do with water retention or if it's something else. You've got a problem with your arm and your hands. All right, darling. Thank you so much for confirming that. They can take it off me now, sweetheart. So you'd understand why you've got to keep your hands and this arm warm then, sweetheart, because she's putting she's covering my arm up and wanting to make my arm warm. So I don't know if it gets cold and it goes right up into your neck. Oh, Jean's gone, bless her. It goes right up into my neck and I'm getting pain across my shoulders as well. Okay. Right, come on then, darling. She's taking me to January for a birthday or a passing, and she's taking me to an anniversary or a birthday in June. Okay. Yeah, you get very cold. I thought you would, my love. But she's trying to cover you up, sweetheart, because she's giving you a healing blanket. And what else is that, sweetheart? Gloves when you go out, if you get it as well, Caroline. So, well, if you're sisters, it might be hereditary. And your birthday's in January, right? Okay, my love, thank you very much. And can one of you ladies take me Jamie, please, because she's shouting out James or Jamie. or it could be Jim, because that was here when everything was Jim. And I've also got, and I know that, right, okay. Oh, come on then. I've got, now what's that you're showing me? One of you ladies must have lost a pair of earrings, because she's, I haven't got my earrings in tonight, but one of you must have either lost one earring or a pair of earrings, because she keeps touching my ears. So I don't know if you've misplaced one, but what she's saying is you will find it, but she's not telling me where it is, unfortunately. Okay. And who, I know that we've just had Halloween. Who likes bonfire toffee? Because she's giving me a load of bonfire toffee here, and toffee apples and all the stuff that's associated. You've lost an earring, Caroline. Okay, my love. Well, she says it is there somewhere. You've just got to find it. And Claire, you've lost a pair of earrings. Okay. Anything else? Right. And one of you ladies, she's saying, has either got a doctor or a hospital appointment coming up as well. And somebody's got to have a blood test. Right. Okay, then. Anything else, darling? Before she leaves me, I've got to give both of you a big box of biscuits. A great big box of biscuits and this is going to Christmas, she's saying. And she's also giving me some mince pies for you. So I don't know if you like mince pies, because not everybody does. But she's giving me some mince pies. She would have made her own. This lady would have done a lot of baking around Christmas time. Okay. And she's, and somebody likes wine. Because she's giving me a bottle of wine for a celebration. So I know that there's a celebration coming up for one of you or both of you, because she's giving me a big bottle of wine for you to share. And that's symbolic. Okay. And I'm going, you like me? And she made her own. Yes, she's just told me she made all the mince pies and the Christmas cakes and the sherry trifles as well. And she was very proud to do all the Christmas dinner for everybody, because that was her day. She liked to have the family round and we're all sitting around the table. Oh, I've got to say, she's a lovely, lovely lady. So I'm going to say good night and God bless. And so thank you so much for letting me talk to your lovely Nan. She's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. God bless.
Oh,
She
sounds a right. She sounds like a right class.
Oh yes, she was very classy.
Classy lady. Yes.
Very classy. Very smart. Very, very smart. Always went out coordinated.
Oh,
you're very welcome, Claire and Caroline, and anybody else that could take anything from it.
Well, I don't know if this is the same lady.
Okay.
But I have a lady connecting with me, but she's, instead of a pillbox hat, she's got a hair up in a bun.
Right.
It's either a bun or a beehive. I can't see which yet, but I just know it's piled on her head.
Beehive is from there and up.
Yeah, up.
From there and up. Backcombed, yeah.
My mum had one.
Yeah, I did. When I was younger.
She would go on a Friday and get her hair done.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't have it washed again until the next Friday, when she went and had it did again.
Yeah. It had to last all week.
Manky. She used to have knitting needles to scratch her head. But yeah, so I know all I can see is that her hair's up on top of her head. So it's either in a bun or a beehive or something, but it's piled on top of her head. But she's carrying a little bit of weight, and she's saying, I was a bit Dolly Parton.
Oh, yes.
Well gifted in that area. So yeah, if I could never fall flat on my face and break my nose, is what she's saying.
Oh,
so I know that she had ample, and she carried a nice covering of weight, as I can see her. But I know that prior to her passing, she's making my shirt feel extremely large and baggy. So I know that she would have lost weight towards the end of her life. So, but as she's given me that, she's also saying, but then I had my hair with a wave in it, and it was like Jean's and mine. It's, you know,
Oh yes, the Marcel
Beautiful.
wave.
Costs us a
And
fortune, doesn't it, to get
the
our
colour
hair
costs
colouring?
me a fortune. It does,
Costs
yes.
us a fortune,
Yeah.
doesn't it, Tony, for this hair?
It does, yeah.
I agree, Tony. It does cost a fortune.
But you see, Jean and I have wisdom streaks in our hair.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and what do I have then? Cheeky monkey.
A bottle. A bottle. That's what you've got, a bottle.
Don't
But
tell
yes,
everybody, they'll all want one.
So I know she would have had wisdom streaks in her hair as well as she got older. God love her. She's a right character. She's such fun. She's a really light energy that's coming through with me. And Annie, I can hear Annie being shouted. So I know there's a Annie connection somewhere around. I don't know if it's her or with somebody in spirit or with down here, but there's an Annie connection as well. She feels very maternal, but I feel like if you walked in a house, you wouldn't know who were her children and who were waifs and strays off the street, because I feel like everybody came into my house and everybody was welcome, and whoever was in my house at tea time got fed. She's that type of lady.
Claire's saying Annie is her daughter.
Right, but Carolyn
sounds
says
like
she
my
couldn't
neighbour.
take the lady, but
Yeah.
But
Deborah
I
says
can take
Annie
it as
is
my
her
neighbour, Tony.
nan. Can you?
Yeah,
Right,
my neighbour.
let's. And
When
Lisa
I were
Hunt says
kiddie.
it sounds like my mum. Right.
Right, you
So
go on.
Lisa, Deborah, and Jean, you all listening then to see what else comes out and see if we can nail it to see whose it is. She's telling me times were hard because he was poorly. Times were hard because he was poorly. So I'm guessing by he, this is just me guessing, it must be her husband or partner
Was her husband.
poorly. So the income wasn't there, is what she's saying. The income wasn't there, so I had to make sure. And I don't know if Annie's spirit side or here, I'll be honest, because I can't. I heard the name Claire.
My hands is in spirit.
Your hand's in spirit, but I didn't say
because it was the lady's daughter. Oh, you're talking about? It was her daughter.
Right. Okay. But it's just Claire said Annie's here, but I just heard the name, so I didn't know where it was.
No, she's in spirit, love.
And Deborah Adams says my nan's husband had mental illness. Right. Okay. So times were hard because he was poorly, is what she said to me. All right. Bless you. Oh gosh. The mental picture I'm getting is this lady charging into a school and dressing people down because of something that went on with the children in school.
Oh, it sounds like somebody called Jean Pearson.
I don't know what it was, but I know she rolled her sleeves up and she went, right, out of my way, and she marched up, went into the school, and she barged in and she was like, rah, 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 rah. So I don't know what happened with the kids, but something happened with the kids and the teacher said something and that was it. Boom, I'm going to eat them. I'm going to eat them. So away she went. Okay, Carolyn, thank you for acknowledging.
Well, I can still understand it, darling.
So you can understand it. And Lisa says, okay. Lisa says her mum would take anyone out on. She had red hair. Couldn't see what colour her hair was, but I know her hair was
good on
her
her
head.
because I did years ago.
Right, and yeah, she's also saying at the moment somebody here needs to be like her and just go for it and get it said, because it's festering and festering and festering and festering, and it's like one of them satisfying things on television, the spots and it all, it's festering and it's getting pressure and it needs to go. So get it said, get it done, because it's only hurting you keeping it all bottled up, is what she's saying. So if you can understand this, Lisa, Deborah or Jean, then that's fine.
It's a daughter. What's on earth?
Right. How can I say this? We were never brought up to be doormats, and that's all I'm saying. That's what she said.
Right.
We were never brought up to be doormats,
Yeah.
and that's where she's leaving that one. So if that makes sense,
does.
Deborah, Lisa, or Jean, that's fine. Now I know this for Jean. Right. Deborah, Lisa, could you understand Winnie? I've just heard it shouted
you know,
in. Well, I
my
know
auntie.
for you, so I'm not going to pretend,
Yeah.
Jean, but I know for
No.
you there is a Winnie connection.
And it was a
But-
year yesterday we laid her to rest.
Was it?
Was it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
A year yesterday she was laid
Lisa-
to rest.
Lisa, Deborah, would you understand Winnie, Winifred? You've a friend
And-
called Winnie, she was lovely, and you had an aunt Winnie. Okay.
And the lady you're talking about would know my Auntie Winnie. So she would know her.
And somebody must have memories of coming home from school or something and walking down a row of houses and people being leaning out the windows, gas bagging
That's what they
up
all
and down
did.
the street.
Yeah.
So
what
I
they all
can
did.
just see it's like a row of cuckoo clocks, all these heads popped out of windows, you know.
That's what they did shout
But-
across streets when we were kids.
Yeah.
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 All right. But what she's saying is, but those were the days where nobody went without because everybody made sure everybody else had something. So
True.
like if I needed a loaf of bread and Jean needed sugar and Irene
You'd
needed
swap, yeah,
a
whatever.
tin of beans,
Yeah.
you just swap it all round. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
have half my loaf, darling. Oh well, okay, yeah, you know. And,
Yeah.
so
Share
no,
and share alike.
yeah, and it wasn't like I'll pay you back because nobody ever thought about that.
No.
It was just
No,
well,
just helped each other out.
yeah, that's what it was. Oh gosh, now I remember my mum talking about this. The lady who would go and lay people out.
Yeah.
My mum always said
Yeah.
a woman up their road did it. She would come
Yeah.
round everybody's and
Yeah.
wash them and dress them. So, and
I
deliver
know that.
babies.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
saw them in and she took them out. She saw them in and
Yeah.
she took them out. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Lorraine, you're right, darling. It's a shame it's not more like that now. Nowadays, I'd walk into Jean's kitchen and take a loaf of bread, whatever. You just
Well, I would
everybody
yours.
else himself. But oh dear. Okay. Right. And I've gone blank. So I'm acknowledging either a dementia condition or a stroke condition or something in the head.
It was something
Because-
what happened to her head
Right.
with mine.
Because it's just like, night, Julie, darling. Take care,
Night,
sweetheart.
Julie.
But yes, I need to acknowledge something in the head.
Yeah, I can understand that.
All right. And the gentleman with the problems in the stomach and or bladder, because I've got a pain right down low on my stomach. So, okay. And a Toby jug, they're horrible. I hate them. They're horrible things. I'm sorry if anybody on here likes them, but I've got a Toby jug.
I understand that, I know.
Okay. And an anniversary clock.
Yeah.
Got an anniversary clock. And I've got the song Edelweiss.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah, I'm fetching some memories back with my mum and all.
Right,
Because her and
okay.
my mum were best friends.
Right, well, I've got Edelweiss. And what's that other song, sweetheart? Fair release. I shouldn't
about
sing.
that.
They might take the tune down.
Oh, I know the tune, but I can't remember what it's called.
Can't remember
I'm sure
that,
it's Fair release. A music box used to play it. A music box used to play it. When you opened it up, it would go. Right. And as she's stepping her energy back from me, I've got Thornton's toffee, but the slab with the hammer that you would get
Yes.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Somebody would have loved dates, because I've got dates with that proggy forky thing that you
Yeah.
prog them out with, and then you
Oh, she always
break
got
your
me.
teeth. But
She always got home at Christmas.
Yeah.
my
It's
ex-missus
the only time
Claire's
she ever
mum,
got home. It's the only time she ever got home.
yeah, Ben's mum Claire used to say, "Oh God, no, I don't want any little like black locks, you know, the
They
cockroaches."
do though, don't they?
Yeah,
but they
they
do.
do.
And when
Yeah,
you're
I
a
don't
kid, you
like
don't
dates.
think.
And I
Don't like
couldn't
it at all.
stand them now, but I couldn't stand them then, but I can eat them now. It's not a problem. What else have you got for me, sweetheart? Singed eyebrows.
Yeah,
Why
I can
do I need to
understand.
say somebody's singed eyebrows or shaved eyebrows or something? But I've only
She
got one.
stringed them. No, she stringed hers. I remember
She
that as a
singed them.
kid.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay then.
She went over the frying pan too close. And it's fat.
Right. Okay, bless you, sweetheart. Candlewick bedspreads.
Yeah, she always had the
I
old.
could be here for hours.
But it's nice
with
because you're
that,
talking
because
to her,
she's-
but she was my mum's best friend.
Oh,
So
bless you.
it's like talking to my mum, listening to her. Because I were only a kid and they were best friends.
She's just said words that even made me blush.
And she helped my dad when my mum passed away, as you say.
Oh, bless. Oh no, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. She would have had to explain certain things that happen to people when they get older, especially women. Well, only women, really.
With me.
But, oh, right. I don't want that conversation, but she would have had this conversation with people about what happens. All right, bless you. Okay, well, she is going now, but she's character. But she could use language like she spoke several languages.
Several.
Yeah.
Nice ones as well.
Oh, yeah. Colourful ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, thank you. Oh, well, thank everybody else. Take what they can out of it. Jean, take what you can out of it, sweetheart. And
thank you.
I'll leave the love of spirit with you and say God bless. Thank you.
Like I say, it just brings back a lot of memories with my mum.
Lovely message,
because we live
Jean.
next door to one another. And when my mum passed, she took a place of my mum for a while.
Yeah.
So that was lovely. But I feel for the woman because her daughter passed, took her own life, and that's who Anne was. And Anne took her own life through. I can't go into it on here.
No.
Yeah.
But there was other reasons
Yeah.
which I can't go into, which my mum helped with, but it was so true. But Tony, I know we've come past time, sweetheart, but can I just say that I've got this chappie, and I know they call your dad Alan, but I know that your dad or you would know of another Alan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because can I just say, it's got to be in spirit though, darling.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, because I can't be talking to him when he's here, because I'm listening to him in spirit. And he was a quite a big set chap. Not fat, a big set chap.
Oh. Let me think.
I'm not going a small chap, very weeny. I'm not doing that at all. I'd say, like your dad, but when he was younger, he was more solid, if you know what I mean. That doesn't come across right. Well, that's how it is. I've got Alan. I do know he was a quite tall chap, and I know he would have been big set, but not fat. He was a big set chap.
No, the Alan I'm thinking of was
Well, I do apologise, and if it's not for you,
being
but we're
told.
just
No,
no, I can't take.
Tina Grace, take Alan.
Can you? He's got to be in big set, darling, because that's how he's showing me our quite large set. But it's funny, he took me to you, Tony, because he was on about your dad within the army, so he's got to know your dad and about being in police and you all that, and he was a friend or something to dad as well. It wasn't
right.
It was like a friend.
Right. Okay.
Because that's how he's coming in on that friendship tie. Tina, if it's for you, darling, you take it, because we could be totally wrong, and it might be just that, he knows Alan, Tony's dad, so, because it's surprising how they can get to know him.
Oh, she's frozen.
Yeah, you froze, Jean.
She can't hear you.
No.
Oh, you
froze then.
froze. You froze.
And so, Tina, well, it's what keeps freezing on mine. So, Tina, if you can take him, darling, he's sending healing. I'm going to be quick because we've come to time. He's sending healing, sweetheart, and he's sending it in abundance, because there's somebody down here on earth what needs a hell of a lot of healing, darling, at this moment in time. And they are sending as much as they can. And what also they're saying, darling, things do have to be put into place. I'm not saying anybody's going to spirit. I haven't said that. But things do need to have to be put into place. So that could be for different reasons. Because I'm not saying anybody's going to pass away, because I'm not.
No.
But there could be other reasons why this is happening. All right, darling. And he's on about that. I also know that I've got a lady friend. Now, nobody says that anymore, do they? My lady friend.
No.
So it's just said my lady friend. So I don't know if you can understand this. I'm just going to leave it with lady friend because of time, and I didn't want to out what I shouldn't then. But it's just mentioned my lady friend, sweetheart. What's that? Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, done that, but started his journey back up.
Oh,
bless.
Oh, bless you, Tina. We'll send him some prayers.
Send him, yeah.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I didn't say anything untoward, so.
No, you didn't.
So
And
I do
yes,
apologise.
Tina
But
can take that too.
Can you take it, darling? Because I didn't want to go way in. Can I just Can I just give you then, sweetheart, so much love, so much kisses, and I've got to give you yellow for the upliftment, sweetheart. And he's just given me a red rose for you, and it's as if he's kissed the red rose, and I've got to give it you, and it's for the strength. All right, darling, and I'll leave that with you, and I will say the night, God bless, and we'll put you all in a healing book.
Night, Lisa Hunt. Lisa says, night, God bless.
Night, Lisa.
Well, thank you for spending this time with us, everybody. Irene's going to give us her second poem of the night, and then we will have the closing prayer and the nanite song.
Thank you, Tony. I've just called this one The Soldier's Dog, because we've got to remember our animals as well. I watch you from my heavenly home. I see your grief and pain. I want to let you know you are not alone. I am with you, always by your side until we meet again. We lived together for so long, and you kept me warm and safe. I know you miss me now I'm gone, but you have a new friend to take my place. I watch you as you train him and run and play the way you did with me. It didn't matter if we were home or away. You are as good to him, that is the key. I know you are sad that I am no longer there. We were companions and best friends to the end. And I know you will always care, but now there's a new dog for you to befriend. It wasn't your fault that I died. The bullet was meant for you. I know you tried to save me and you cried. In fact, sometimes you still feel blue. My paws and my body were covered, fireproof boots and a bulletproof vest. If I hadn't jumped up, I wouldn't have taken the rubber. Unfortunately for me, that was my last test. I saw the world as your working dog. I am proud of all I did with you by my side. I know you and I did a good job. By shooting me, the sniper was denied. Another soldier's death. I'm so happy to have had you. I felt very blessed to have you. It was what I deserved. To have had a military life and to have served until my death, and you know I will wait for you. I will watch you from heaven as you on your way you go, and I will guide you in everything you do. So please stay safe and well, my friend, until the day comes when we will meet again.
Oh, that's so different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've
So
got
different.
to remember the animals. I know there was
You
dogs
do.
and there was horses and that, but
I can't
you know-
watch that horse film.
The
No.
War Horse.
no,
The
I
War
can't
No.
watch it. No, I
It
can't
was
watch it
so
either.
sad. So sad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. I didn't mean to make you cry. I just wanted to remember the animals on this
Yeah.
Armistice Day, as well as the,
Yeah.
the soldiers and the
Well, they need
military
remembering
personnel that
just
we've
as much,
lost.
don't they?
Mhm.
Everybody needs. They all need remembering. And
Any-
They
it's-
do.
some of
Any
you
Everybody.
creature
didn't
that's
say what I
served.
said earlier when I said that almost every family in this country and around the world has lost somebody to a war somewhere, and it's just so sad.
Yeah,
It is.
is.
It's awful. Bless.
Anyway, God bless them all and respect, and thank you so
Yeah,
much for looking
Thank
after
you
him.
for your
Yes,
service.
thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh,
Right,
If we could
shall I
close
do
in
the-
prayer, please.
I will, thank you. Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you for a beautiful service this evening on this Armistice Day. Could we please pray for all those military people, the soldiers and the animals that went to Spirit doing the job that they loved? Could we also ask for all the war-torn countries where they can find peace? Could we ask for healing to go out in the world, Lord, to our animal kingdom and to our wonderful Mother Earth? And could I also ask for each person that's been with us this evening to have a guardian angel to guide them on their way until we meet again. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guide them while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen. I had to
Amen.
say, I can't sing it.
Amen.
No, it's all
Good
right,
night.
darling.
Good night and God bless everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
God
night.
bless.